WFG. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon, to be able to have the opportunity to represent WFG Canada. Are there any Canadians in the house? To represent Team Dynasty? I also want to represent anybody that might be here that does not have a lot of money in their bank account, because I remember what that was like 20 years ago, and I was doing a little bit of quick math, and that was somewhere, 20 years ago, was somewhere between $20 and $25 million of earnings ago from when I sat in these chairs for the first time and didn't have any money. So I represent all of you as well. A little bit on my background, if I could get my first slide, please. As you can tell from my little smoothie shop back there, you guys like that? You guys like that? Anybody coming back there for a quick smoothie after the show? Right? Coming back there for a quick smoothie? So this was my actual setup that you could see on the screens. That was my actual setup at our store. I grew up in an extremely middle-income family. My dad was a small business owner. My mom was a registered nurse, and they had a dream that they always wanted to own a family business. And that business ended up being a juice and smoothie shop in Canada called Booster Juice. We ran that business for a few years. It was amazing until it wasn't. The most powerful thing that I learned from that business, I would say, were two things. One was work ethic, was because when you own a business like that, you just have to work whenever there's work to be done. The other valuable part is that it gave me something to directly compare this business to. So when I saw World Financial Group, I realized very quickly how absolutely incredible this opportunity was. But that's what I used to do. Quick introduction to my family, my incredible wife Andrea, hi sweetheart, our daughters Ella and Olivia that we're super excited to get back to tomorrow. And there are many reasons that I do this business, and they are the greatest reasons that I do this business. I love my family absolutely so much. I want to give you a couple of tangible points before I talk a tiny bit about how much your life can change. The first one is, and I thought Burchard did an incredible job yesterday talking about how you can look at your life and your business. I hope this point didn't pass you by. You can look at your life and your business as before Vegas and after Vegas. Do we ever do that with COVID? Do we do that with COVID? Our lives before COVID, our lives after COVID? We should be doing that, our lives before Vegas and our lives after Vegas. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to review and reset your goals. And from my experience, two things are vitally important about our goals. One is it has to be something that you are excited about. It has to be something that moves you. And I've always operated the best when I have goals that I'm focusing on more that are relatively short term, say 60 to 90 days, for example. Rebuild your list. It's inspiring to rebuild your list. This is something that you should all be doing coming out of convention. We've got old top 25 lists, we've got former teammates, we've got people's phone numbers in our cell phones, past info gathers. Think about, I'll let you read the rest, but think about this for a moment. Does everyone you know what you do? That's the first question I ask someone when they come into my office, frustrated about their activity level, and I ask them, does everybody that you know what you do? And you know what the answer is every time? No. So they're complaining about not having people to talk to, but they actually have people to talk to. And I recall, this is about 10 years ago, challenging now one of the biggest leaders on our team leaving convention, and I said to Jay White, I said, if you want to be good, then you need to make a brand new list of 50 people that you're going to talk to, and if you want to be great, then you need to make a brand new top 100 list of people to talk to. And I confirmed with Jay earlier, from that list, he ended up recruiting 42 direct people, walked the stage next year in Vegas, and it changed his life and his business forever. And not to mention, it's just inspiring when you make a massive new list and you have 100 or 200 people there that you know that you can talk to. And set up a game plan to go on a contacting rampage. One of my favorite phrases right now from Alex Hermosi is that volume negates luck. Please write that down. Volume negates luck. If you talk to a couple people, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get a great client or you'll get a great recruit, but volume will negate luck. Talking to a lot of people, not only will you find those potential superstars, but you will also get better and better at this business. When are you going to make your contacts? Convention for me is about converting excitement into action. If there's one thing that you leave this convention thinking about, is I want you to be thinking about and having a game plan. How are you going to convert the way that you feel and the excitement into action that's actually going to change your business? If you think about one thing, then I want it to be that. So when are you going to make those contacts? Last thing, make a list of all of your teammates. I know for some of you that would be very, very difficult. That might be tough for Daniel and Linda Fombo. By the way, I would just like to extend a thank you to Daniel and Linda Fombo for inviting us to your convention. I mean, look at this, right? Isn't that unbelievable? And thank you for setting the pace that you're setting. That's never been seen before in the financial services industry. But write down, make a list of your teammates, write down a list of 3 to 5 reasons as to why you think that that person can win in this business. Do they have a great work ethic? Are they well respected? Et cetera, and do your teammates know that you feel this way? And go out of your way to tell them those reasons why you think that they can win. I don't think that I would be overstating it if I said that if my leader, Rial Michaud, if he didn't do that for me, help me believe real reasons why I could win here, then there's a very good chance that I wouldn't be here in front of you today. So write down those reasons as to why your teammates can win and go out of your way to actually tell them. Now quickly, I just want to walk you through about a 90-second journey in my life because I remember being where you're at. Many of you scrimping and saving and finding a way to be here. Finances are probably a little bit tight. You see these incredible speakers on stage. They're well dressed. You know they're making millions. They're helping in some cases thousands and tens of thousands of people. And you just don't always know that they started out in a similar place to you. So I come from a small town called Vegreville, Alberta. What makes Vegreville famous, aside from the fact that I come from there, is that they have the world's biggest Easter egg. This is the house that I grew up in. Then my family moved to Edmonton, another super middle-income neighborhood. Then when I got recruited to WFG, this is the crappy apartment that I lived in when I got recruited to WFG. Not in a very nice part of town. Then upgraded a little bit, kind of, maybe. I don't know if that's much of an upgrade. Got the business going. Ended up buying my first little home, a half a duplex. Then got the business going again, put in the work, the daily activity. Next thing you know, able to buy our first kind of real home. Then we upgraded a little bit, and now in the last year and a half, our family was able to build our dream home. And just to give you again, tiny bit of an idea, going from crappy apartments and living in super, super middle-income circumstances to getting to live in beautiful, this is where I get to work. I choose to work from the office every day, but when I choose to work from home, this is where I get to work from. And this is the view. I wanted a place with a view. This is, if you can believe it, this is 10 minutes from our office, and this is the view that our family wakes up to every day. So with that, to quote you a few of our previous speakers, if you do not come from a wealthy family, then a wealthy family needs to come from you. I love you all. Thank you for being with me.